3I Atlas was discovered on July 1st by the NASA-funded Atlas survey. It was discovered using their telescope at Rio Hurtado in Chile, and it was first detected as a speck of light moving relative to background stars.
This object, already remarkable for being only the second interstellar comet ever identified, has shown signs that suggest the presence of something alive, or at the very least biological in nature.
Space just dropped a cosmic plot twist. Astronomers are tracking a mysterious visitor from beyond our solar system, 31 Atlas. And now, things just got even stranger. According to Harvard scientist Avi Loeb, this interstellar comet might not be traveling alone. Reports suggest 31 Atlas could actually be surrounded by metallic objects, and that's raising some serious eyebrows. Are we looking at natural space debris hitching a ride, or could this be something entirely different? Join us as we look at what scientists have discovered, why this has the astronomy world buzzing, and why Harvard's top researcher is sounding the alarm. Avi Loeb, a Harvard astronomer, has never been afraid to think big, and in recent years, his theories have brought both excitement and controversy. He has, on previous occasions, hinted that the objects that come through our solar system may not necessarily be interstellar travelers, but may also be technological remnants left by an alien race. The most discussed assertion of Loeb happened in August 2023, when he stated that he and his research team had found strange metallic fragments at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. These fragments, he said, were likely the remains of a meteor, officially labeled IM-1, that had crashed into Earth's atmosphere back in 2014. After years of research and planning, Loeb's expedition team located and retrieved tiny spherules from the ocean bed near Papua New Guinea in June 2023. By August, Loeb reported that early lab tests suggested these metallic spherules contained materials unlike any alloys found naturally in our solar system. This, he argued, indicated the fact that the fragments might not only be interstellar in nature, but might also have been of a source with which we had never had any previous experience. Other astrophysicists were, however, considered to be cautious and requested that more independent verification be done before one can jump to extraordinary conclusions. Loeb confessed at the time that he had not yet been able to tell whether the metallic spheres were natural products or some intelligent life form had to manufacture them. This was not the first time Loeb made waves with his hypotheses. Back in 2017, when the now famous interstellar object Oumuamua was spotted for the first time, it left scientists puzzled with its long, cigar-like shape and its strange, rapid acceleration as it passed through the solar system. Loeb suggested that the object might have been using sunlight like a light sail, similar to how a ship uses wind to move. This, he argued, could mean Oumuamua was a piece of alien technology rather than just an unusually shaped rock. Many researchers disagreed, and by March 2023, a study proposed a far simpler explanation, that the object's odd behavior was caused by outgassing, jets of hydrogen being released as the comet warmed in sunlight, a process common among icy comets. The only other time scientists have confirmed an interstellar object traveling through the solar system was in 2019, when Comet 21/Borisov appeared. Unlike Oumuamua, Borisov looked and behaved much like a typical comet, leaving fewer unanswered questions. Loeb's theories continue to fuel the global conversation about the possibility of alien technology in space. While many in the scientific community remain cautious, his work has inspired astronomers to look more closely at interstellar objects, and to keep an open mind about what they might reveal about the universe. That curiosity proved timely this year, when the field of astronomy was once again buzzing with excitement over a brand new discovery, a mysterious traveler from beyond our solar system. This was no ordinary rock or icy fragment, but a true interstellar visitor, one that had been wandering the galaxy for millions of years before finally crossing paths with us. When this discovery was announced, eyes widened in observatories around the globe. Scientists, researchers, and space enthusiasts all turned their attention skyward. Others were so audacious to even theorize that it might even be, just possibly, an alien ship making first contact. However, the exciting sci-fi thoughts were soon put aside. When astronomers had tilted some of the most powerful telescopes on the Earth towards the object, the figures explained something different. It was no spaceship of some kind, it was a comet. a great ice-covered rock flying through our solar system on a journey once in a lifetime. This visitor, even though not a spaceship at all, is still an amazing discovery. It's only the third confirmed interstellar object we've ever seen passing through our cosmic neighborhood, and that alone makes it a treasure trove of knowledge. Jacqueline McCleary, an assistant professor of physics at Northeastern University, explained that interstellar objects like this are a unique opportunity to study material that didn't come from our solar system at all. She emphasized that these objects are the only examples we have of physical matter from beyond our own stellar backyard that scientists can directly observe and measure. That is, each time we discover one, it is like the universe is talking to us, giving us a little sample, however slight but still significant, of something much farther away, with hints about what is beyond the reach of our sun. The astronomers who first spotted 31 Atlas in July of this year immediately realized they were looking at something unusual. It didn't behave like the familiar comets we've been watching for centuries. For one thing, it appeared to be shining with a strange brightness, as though it was glowing on its own. That caught researchers' attention right away, because comets are normally incredibly dark, almost like lumps of coal floating in space. They only begin to brighten when they get closer to the sun, when solar radiation heats them up enough to release gas and dust. Here's what usually happens. A comet drifts through the outer solar system, still mostly invisible, until it moves close enough to the sun that the heat starts to evaporate ices on its surface. Those evaporating gases create a fuzzy halo, known as a coma, around the comet's nucleus. As the process continues, the coma grows longer and eventually forms the beautiful glowing tail we associate with comets, streaking across the night sky. But 3I/Atlas was doing this too early. McCleary explained that most comets have to come closer than Jupiter's orbit before they start creating a coma. Jupiter is about 5 astronomical units, or 5 times the Earth's distance from the Sun, away from our star. At that range, sunlight finally becomes intense enough to trigger the outgassing that forms a comet's signature tail. Yet, 31 Atlas had already developed a coma while it was still farther away than Jupiter, in a region where sunlight is much weaker. Such behavior implies that 3I/Atlas is not the same comet as we have had previously. Or perhaps its ices are composed of more volatile substances, thus being able to evaporate at much lower temperatures. Or perhaps its trip through the interstellar space caused its surface to be in a very delicate condition, easily fracturing it as soon as it came in contact with any heat source. Whatever the cause, this early action has provided astronomers with an unusual opportunity to see the development of a comet at a far larger distance than they would otherwise have been able to do, nearly as though they were reading the first book of the story instead of starting in the middle of the second. What makes this discovery even more special is its place in history. Interstellar visitors are incredibly rare. The earliest observed was Oumuamua in 2017, a cigar-shaped rock which caused intense arguments about its origin. Other scientists even postulated that it might be an alien technology due to its weird acceleration and weird structure. The second was 21/Borisov, spotted in 2019, which looked much more like a classic comet and behaved more predictably. Today we have 31 Atlas, and with every one we find, we know a little more about the variety of objects that fill our galaxy. To astronomers, such moments are exciting, not only because they broaden our understanding of science, but also because they provide us with a larger story of the universe. Imagine the particles constituting 31 Atlas might have clumped round a third star altogether, and might have done so even before our solar system was ever born. Or it might have been drifting through the universe billions of years, tweezing its way past hundreds and hundreds of stars and planetary systems, and at last, by mere chance, its course came into our own. And now, we get to witness it. As McCleary noted, these interactions can be likened to sampling another star system, free of charge, without a spaceship taking light years to get there. These bodies are brought to our door, and we can observe them close up with our telescopes and instruments. Although 31 Atlas will eventually proceed with its trip and leave the solar system forever, the information gathered in the course of its short visit will keep scientists occupied over years. Each measure, each picture, each sight can inform us about what is out there beyond the bubble of space, something we can call home. We can get to know about the chemical makeup of the more distant comets, their density, how they react in the light of the sun, and possibly even how they might provide water and organic molecules to the planets. A process that may have contributed to the beginnings of life itself. By the fact that 3I/Atlas was shining way out beyond the orbit of Jupiter, astronomers were well aware that something was going on. Comets aren't supposed to light up until they get much closer to the sun, so its early brightness was enough to spark some wild theories, including the idea that it could be an alien spacecraft. After all, what else that small and fast could produce its own light while still so far from the sun? As more data rolled in, though, the mystery began to clear. It was quickly noted that 31 Atlas had grown a standard comet-like tail, and it was actually a natural phenomenon, and not a fragment of alien technology. But that was not the end of the story. Researchers found that the comet was unusually rich in carbon dioxide. According to Jacqueline McCleary, an assistant professor of physics at Northeastern University, carbon dioxide ice, also known as dry ice, melts very easily, which explains why the comet had started glowing so early. The real breakthrough came when NASA's James Webb Space Telescope turned its powerful instruments on 31 Atlas. What it found stunned astronomers. This comet wasn't just rich in carbon dioxide, it had a carbon dioxide to water ice ratio of 8:1, one of the highest ever recorded. Scientists have come to learn that for every 1 mole of water ice, 8 additional molecules of frozen carbon dioxide had to be frozen, giving them an idea of the chemistry of another star system. The finding implies that the parent system must have been abundant in carbon dioxide, or something strange about radiations that swept away elements, leaving a carbon dioxide-heavy comet. A mystery behind how 31 Atlas came to be is that it probably formed in the center of the Milky Way. NASA Juno space probe will be able to observe 31 Atlas soon after October, when it passes the orbit of Jupiter. Scientists are examining comets such as 31/Atlas to gain a deeper insight into our solar system and its peculiarities. Through the research of these materials, scientists are able to sharpen the models of how the solar system is formed and respond to the need to know why our solar system is rare. There is current evidence that life-producing solar systems may be rare, and every interstellar object researched brings us one step closer to the comprehension of the rarity of our galaxy neighbors. 31 Atlas is a reminder of the mysteries of the galaxy. Thanks for watching. While you are still here, click on the link on your screen to check out another of our videos. See you there.